And, Scott E brought up a great point about Jey Uso, because this whole thing started with Jey Uso. And even just this Sami Zayn portion of the story has been Jey Uso saying, this dude is not the one. This dude is not the one. And, Sammy's been able to win him over. And it seems like they formed a genuine bond, a genuine friendship that they've shown on screen. The whole time where they were trying to break each other on screen added so much to it, just made them seem like this is a real family out here. They just out here having fun, when they're clowning around, but when they need to get serious, they're going to go take over. And I thought that's a great point about Jey Uso, because he's been an integral part of it. When Solo was about to take him out, it was Jey Uso who brought a video defense by himself. And Paul Heyman's flabbergasted on the other side. Great facials. Every time he's on screen, facials are great. So, yeah, I have no idea where they're going. And I think that's the best thing you could say about a storyline.
It's fascinating to me. And by the way, folks who've chimed in and are watching us live, if you have any comments, throw them up and we may display them and talk about them, or if you have questions as well. The whole aspect of Jey Uso is fascinating to me, because I think where people think we're going here is Kevin and Sami versus the Usos at WrestleMania. Now, it sounds like we're going to get a Roman and Sami possibly at Elimination Chamber as well. But what if Jey is not with his brother? What if they split? Because I imagine, if he gets back in, he's going to be the whipping boy again, right? Like, how can you walk out on these guys? And maybe this whole thing is also about Jey Uso, becoming a babyface and splitting away. Like, that's on the table, it looks like, based on the creative and based on how the fans reacted to him. Like, if they didn't react to him leaving like that, then I could say, they don't care about him enough. But man, they reacted to him, right? Like, and he was great in the whole thing too. The other thing about this that is fascinating to me is Sami Zayn. This whole thing was supposed to be like a 3-week little situation here. And kudos to Triple H and to Paul Heyman and to Roman and all the people who are involved in this story for seeing that it had more legs than just the 3 weeks, right? Because Roman could have put the chair in this dude's back, a while ago, and we would have been done with this, and maybe the storyline would be different. But the fact that they saw this has legs, and it's really the anti-Vince McMahon idea, which is, this ugly little guy, he's got to be the butt of the joke. Like, there's no way he can beat our handsome Roman, our champion. He can't stand toe-to-toe with this guy. And as we learned from Daniel Bryan now 9 years ago, can you guys believe that? 9 years ago, Daniel Bryan, you could go with something that is hot. And if it does, if the climax is winning the title and then it sort of falls off after that, fine, then get the title off of them. But there's still a climax, right? So that's the other reason I'm fascinated with Sami here, because it could continue to get hotter. And what if he pushes Cody out of the WrestleMania picture for the title, right? I mean, it's possible. I don't expect it to happen, but it's possible. But it's just the idea that Triple H has been like, okay, our ear is to the street here. We're listening to these fans. This thing is getting over. We need to keep doing it. We need to throw more, more newspaper into this fire to keep this flame going and see how much we can get out of it. That's the biggest part to me, as far as what Triple H is doing. Scott E, do you have an idea? Because I know Scott said he doesn't really know where this is going. In your mind, do you have an idea where you think that they're going?
I've had like 7 different ideas in the past 24 hours. I've thought about, Cody just wanting the WWE Championship, because that's the belt he's very much said he's wanted, and maybe that's how you get 2 title matches on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You have Sami go for Universal, but then it's like, all right, well, who should beat Roman first? And that's the game you play there. I've thought maybe Sami has to go through all of the bloodline to get to Roman. I've thought maybe they just go with the tag title match. We call it a day.
Yeah.
I have no idea. And I think that's the best part about this, is that it's nice to not have an idea. And, predictability is a good thing sometimes, like it was, I thought, with the Royal Rumbles, at least with Cody, because Cody felt like the right answer.
Mhm.
But the unpredictability is really, I think, why a lot of us love this stuff, right? It's like, what is next? Can Sami Zayn get to the main event? Can Sami Zayn win the title? I hope so. Do they go the Eddie Guerrero route and have him win in Canada at Elimination Chamber? I don't know, but that's kind of like all the ideas that have popped into my head, and I think that's what I'm so excited about.
It's funny that you mentioned that match, and the only is reason because AEW Revolution is coming up in late February, early March, and AEW is running the Cow Palace, which is where that match happened with Eddie and Brock. They're running the Cow Palace for Dynamite and Rampage, and then Revolution is at the Chase Center where the Warriors play.